Hello, hello, fellow Palian. Grandma Gertie with the game has been taking her time on rather than Call of Duty. So today we're looking at how to sync objects, and I've been working on this since last night before I finally figured it out. And so I've been able to sync the grow out table, and I have the floor underneath of it because the grass shows through. You can see a little snippet there, grass showing. So we're going to try this again, see if it works the second time, and make a little flower pathway. Alright, let's see where we have this. So since this is a plant on the ground only, or place on the ground only, I guess planted to begin with, we have to place this on a floor, which I have already here with our walls, our shelf that we can move, and then a floor placed on the shelf. And so if I focus on the shelf, click move, I can rotate that, so that's how I know it's attached. I'll click B to cancel to put it back up there. This is my mess that I still haven't cleaned up yet, but it's getting in my way a little bit. Okay, so when I was searching for how to do this, I was having trouble with the cancellation method until I finally figured it out. So if I go right here, if you see on my bar, down in the right-hand corner, I'm on number 6. And if let me take this off, I'll go over here, number 6. If I can get my mouse to show up, there we go, right here, number 6 on this bar. So I'm switching between mouse and keyboard and controller, because I play the game on controller, but I do a lot of other things, mouse and keyboard, or mouse and keyboard only. But this is on number 6, this table that I want. So this table right here is what I have in the ground right there. And I'm just trying to make a nice little pathway from there to the garden. Okay, so you can see if I place this table, it's up off the ground. But I want it sunk in the ground like that. Okay, so we're going to pick that back up. And we're going to place it on this floor right here because it's a plant on there. It's a place on the ground only object. So to do this little glitch method, what we have to do is move this. So I already have it set to the height that I want, I think. Actually, I do not. I need to pick this up some. I was playing around with the stool last, so I'm going to pick this shelf up and move it up just a little bit higher because I need this to sink in the ground a little more than the stool. I accidentally sunk the stool too far. I'll show you that one in a minute here. Okay, go back up here to my numbers. So we need number 6. Why does it say I have 14? I don't have 14 of those. Alright, so we need number 6, as we can see down here in my item bar. So this is how we're going to cancel the item out and get this item to pop out on top of this floor. Once they do that, they'll be attached, and I can lower it into the ground. And I turned my chat off, so I'm not sure why it's still on, but it is. Anyway, so we're going to come over here. We're going to move this floor. We're going to bring it over here. We're going to hold, as you can see on my screen there, it says hold the left mouse button to cancel. We're going to hold that mouse button down, and then we're going to push number 6, which I think was the number for the table. I didn't forget it already. Okay, so it brings that table in. And it's supposed to let me place this table here, but I always have trouble doing it. Okay, let's see if that worked. That's supposed to automatically place it, but when I do it, I have to hit B to cancel on the table and then just place it again. But it is together, so these two are together. So I'm going to show you over here. If I bring this over here and click it and place it, it is in the ground. In the ground. So you can see the grass through it. So if I were to bring it over here where I want it, these two are attached, so I have to finagle this wood piece around. These two are always going to be attached. So you have to have this piece right here somewhere where you can cover it up with something. So we're going to be able to cover this up in a minute. But over here, if you can see underneath, I have this covered up with a picnic blanket, so that worked out good. And this one, I placed a floor under it just to keep the grass from showing through. Okay, however, if I come back and pick these up, sit, and then I'm going to pick it up, cancel that out. I'm going to move this back over here if I can get it attached to this wall again, or this shelf. Sometimes it's a little booger. Actually, I'm going to put that down and I'm going to lower this shelf a little bit because I don't want it to sink in the ground all that far. So we're going to try to get it, oh, I had it perfect there. We're going to try to get it to sink just far enough to where it doesn't show the grass through. Let's see if that attached to the shelf here. Oh, I had it and then I moved. Sometimes it's tricky to get in the shelf. Okay, so everything's attached to the shelf. So I'm going to hit B to cancel and leave that there. Okay, so now I have to go down here into my hotbar item menu and I see that it's still at number 6. So we're going to try this again. We're going to move this. I'll put it down here. We're going to click on our right mouse button for the cancel. And we're going to hold that right mouse button down and we're going to hit the number 6 so that it brings that table up. Okay, and you can see that it's kind of sunk that floor down. So there I just hit the right mouse button for cancel. But now I'm going to hit the A to place that thing again. I'm going to hit the A or whatever places on your keyboard there. And that places it on the floor. Now I'm just going to click on it with I'm on a controller now. I go back and forth, I'm sorry. And I'm going to take it over here and just place it. And you can see that that's brought that up. So we haven't sunk it in the ground so much that the grass is taking over. Okay, but they are very close together. So we still have that wood to deal with. And we are going to place that, oh, I don't know, about right there. And I may go back and do this one again just so it won't sink in as much because I'm not sure I like these purple and blue flowers, but we're just testing, just messing around and testing how to do it. Okay, so now I'm going to, I need to lower this down a little bit more because I don't want these little tiny stools to be sunken in as much. All right, so we got to put our floor back. On it over there so that I can be able to get to this shelf. Get it selected here. Again, it's tricky. And I got that floor far enough to get this shelf. Come on. Are you focusing on the treasure chest? Yeah, there we go. Nope, it is not attached. Try to get this floor attached to that shelf. I don't want to attach at that level, does it? If that worked. Ah, that worked. Yay, okay. So now just to show you, this little stool is number 4, and it is shorter than the table. So we don't want it to sink as far. So if I place it, it's pretty low to the ground. So this still might be, if I bring this over here, this still might be thinking it too much. But we're going to try it and see. Where did that go? Oh, I need to pick you up. Okay, I pick you up. We're going to do the same thing with this floor. We're going to select it and we're going to cancel. once we get it over here, and move it a little bit further away. Oh, I did it wrong. Oh man. Let's try that again. I forgot that cancel. I got distracted. Get back up there. Oh no, I had it twice. There we go, that should be it. There we go. Alright, we got that attached. So now we're gonna do it right. We're gonna click it, we're gonna move it, we're gonna right click to cancel. I think it was 4. Yes. Okay, now we've got that placed. Whoops. Now we've got that placed. Now we're gonna pick up this floor. Oh no, no. Now we're gonna pick up this floor. And you can see that it throws it over here. So it did sink it just a little bit too low. We're gonna pick that up. We're gonna pick that up. We're gonna lower this shelf a little more, because I don't want it to sink that far. Maybe there. Let's try this. Back on. Bring it off the ground, huh? Looks like it might work. Let's see if we can get the shelf here. Yep. Okay, so that should be perfect. Okay, so we're at number 4 for the stool, the white little flower stool. So we're going to move this again, put it over here, right click to cancel, pop up number 4 while we're holding that right button down for canceling. Number 4 brings that up. Well, let me place it, but I can hit B and then I can highlight it and place it there. And then when I click this and move it, it's going to work. And that probably could have went a little lower in the ground. Yes, I'm picky. So I need to raise this up. Turn this grid off so it doesn't snap. And I want to raise that up just a hair. Down a hair. Alright. Place this wall again. 3rd time's a charm, right? Floor, not the wall. Okay, that should be attached. Yes, it is. Getting good at that part. Alright, we're going to click that to move. Hold the right button down to cancel. I'm trying to get a little more space away so it'll be in a different spot. And I hope it's still in number 4 spot because, yes, it is. Okay. And again, it won't let me place it on it, so I'm going to hit the cancel button. Cancel that out, and then I'm going to hit A to place it. Now when I move it, we'll see where it lands. That one's a little too low. Okay, so let's go over here. Turn the grid off. This down just a tad. Let's see. Be right there. I feel like that's in the same spot. Alright. We're gonna pick it up. Try again. Alright, attach the floor back. And we're gonna check it to see if it's attached. Yep. Hit the B to cancel it so it flips back up there. And our stool is still at number 4. We're gonna go over here and this. Over to here. Hold down the right button for cancel and click on number 4. And again, it won't let me place it by clicking A, so I have to hit B to cancel. Cancel out our editing, and then we're gonna just split up like we're placing it normally. Place it on that wood floor. Now we can go back into editing, move it. When we place it again, it's gonna snap to. It's still down a little too far for my liking, but I'm going to leave it for now. And we're going to put this over here. just to kind of show. I kind of want one right here. Oh, I want to turn this grid off so it'll kind of snap to the grid. I want one coming from the garden, and I want one about right there. So I'm going to click place. And again, it's sunk down too far, so you can't really see it well. And then we can cover these up with flowers later. So you gotta kind of gauge how far out you want to move wood floor so that you can cover it up. So I probably should have done it a little closer to this. These two are too close. Maybe. I could probably still cover it up with flowers, decorations. But these two are definitely too far apart. So we're going to do another stool, just for the sake of it. Actually, I actually want to raise this up. I'm going to turn that grid off. Actually, I want to lower it because it's in the ground too far. So I want to lower it just a tad. About right there. We'll try that. Put this floor back up. Make sure it's attached to the shelf. It is not. Why is it not? Did I not select the shelf? There we go. I was going to say, it looks like it's attached. All right. Again, our stool is number 4, so we're going to move this down. Just a little bit of space. I don't want it right up on it, but I don't want it that far away from our little shelf here. So we're going to... Oh no, it placed it. I did not want it to place it. Let's try that again. Okay. Oh, it is not attached. Why is it not attached? It's getting tired of me glitching, that's what it's doing. Okay, now those two are attached. Alright, let's try this again. I'm gonna go to A. I'm gonna let off of A. When I let off of A, it's still supposed to keep it in edit mode, like attached. So I'm gonna hold the right, not A, when I let off my mouse key, or A, whichever. Now hold my right button down for cancel, and I'm going to click number 4 on my keyboard. Brings our little stool out. Supposed to be able to just place it on here, but I cannot do it that way, so I have to hit B to cancel. Go out of editing mode, go over to number 4, and place it down like that. Then I can go back into editing mode and move this. We'll put it over here just so we can see the spacing. And it's still in the ground, a little too much for my liking because it's so hard to see. See if I can get this right. Really hard to find a happy median here. Okay, so we're gonna pick this up. It's not gonna let me pick that. You gotta pick that up first, and then you can pick the floor. Go out of editing mode, put this floor back up there. Oh, I went the wrong way. I should have went down and I went up. The heck. Let's try that. Let's try that, because if you go, so the height of this is how far it's going to put it into the ground. So it's kind of tricky with these little stools. The big ones, you can pretty much gauge it a lot easier, I think. Just my opinion. Oh, I had it and I lost it. Let's see. Is that it? It is. All right. So our stool is still in number 4 slot, so we're going to click left click to move it. I thought that was pretty good spacing, so I'm going to stick with that about right there. And I'm going to right click for cancel, hit number 4, brings our little stool up. Let me place it. So I hit B to cancel. Go out of editing mode, scroll over to it, click A to place. Go back in and edit to move it. No, I'm okay with this one. I like this. I like that height. That's good. Not too high. And the grass is still showing through a little bit, so we're going to click on this and move it over to where I want it placed. This kind of gets tricky because of that other wood thing there. It's not gonna let me go into my garden either. Oh, it actually will let me go in a little bit, but I don't want to. I'd actually do something like this. That's probably a good thing that one was too far out. So you can see the difference. So this one we had a floor under so the grass won't show through, but I'll go back and probably take that out and fix that height so it's not sunken in so far. I'm okay with this one. There's not a lot of grass showing through. Have our little walkway, and this one will look way better when I pull it up out of the ground a little bit. So that is the tutorial for sinking things into the ground. Now when you do this with something that's not ground only placement, it gets a lot easier because then you can just use anything small for an anchor. So well, let's raise the shelf up first. Let's do, we actually don't need this here, so I'm going to take that off. Let's go in here and grab, will be my next feat. Now my plot is nowhere near done, so we're going to grab this. So if you wanted to put this in the ground, let's make sure I still have, I do not grab. Let me grab my papers here. I don't have any bouncy shrooms over here, so I gotta run. I actually just added a few things to my house here and been working. I've been working on missions and just started on my house really. So. Okay, so we are going to put the floor back down. Actually, set this out because I need to know how far to sink this. So I'm going to scoot this close enough to here so I can see how far I want it in the ground. About there maybe, because I want to bury this bottom part. Alright, now I'm going to pick that back up. We're going to put this floor down, maybe. Click there. We're going to make sure it's attached to the shelf, which it is. So for this one, we don't want to use the floor as an anchor. We're going to use a paver. A little smaller. And now I haven't tested this to know if this is actually going to be able to be placed on the paver. But our item that we want is in number 7 right here. So when I cancel out, I'm going to click on number 7. We're going to do this the same way. We're going to, except for instead of highlighting the whole wood floor, we're going to just highlight the paver. Okay, so I'm going to click to move this. And I want to move it the same distance away. Just the distance that I think, and I actually did not do that right. So let's try that again. Go out of edit mode. Okay. Forgot to cancel the movement. Okay, so I've clicked A, grabbed it, and I'm moving it. I'm not holding any mouse buttons currently. Gonna move my character over here. So I'm going to hold down my right mouse button, clicking, I think it was number 7, I hope. Okay, there we go. It brings the item out. I cannot place the item. It's showing me it's green, so I'm gonna hope for it and hit cancel. And do the same as I did with the last one. Oh, I forgot. Gotta do it again. I forgot to go out of editing mode. Learning what not to do with me here. Okay. Try this again. And it is number 7. So we're gonna move it. We're gonna hold the right mouse button, 7, or click number 7. Have to cancel out of editing mode, go back to number 7, pull that up and place it. Okay. Now I can't get to the slab to move it. So that's why you are supposed to place it to the side a little bit. So let's pick that up. We're gonna move that back. We're gonna click that. We're gonna go out of editing mode. I just like to do that to kind of clear the cache. Okay, we're gonna move it. We're gonna hold the B. We're gonna click 7, and we're gonna place it to the side a little bit if it lets me. Yeah, so it'll let me do that. Okay, go out of editing mode. Click it. Looks like it's gonna let me do maybe that. We'll see if this works. I don't know. Find out. No, because it didn't actually place it on top. Okay, so the paver is not going to work with this item. Let's see, what else can we find? How about we need the little camping. Don't know what else. Make bucket work. I don't think you can set that on top. Or make cup. I might be able to use a paver or a wood block. Let's try that. Let's try this. It may catch on fire. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Alright, where did my thing go? Okay, so now it's at number 1, right here. So we're going to place this block. We're going to use this block. It's bigger. Okay. We're going to go up here and move the block. Left mouse, right mouse, click number 1, and it brings that up. I'm going to place it on top here, but I can't place it still. So I have to hit B to cancel. Cancel out of editing mode. Go over here on my hotbar and select it, and then place it. There we go. And that should be how high it got sunk in the ground. So let's see if it works. Where do we want this campfire? I don't know. Can we put it? Well, let's put it over here first. We'll see. We'll see how it falls. Well, it didn't go all the way down on the ground, so we do need to lower it. But it worked. It worked. It worked. Oh, we got to pick this one up. I'm silly. All right. Well, let's try lowering our little shelf here. We're going to shut the grid off so it doesn't snap. No! Alright. We're going to lower it. Let's see. About right there, maybe? I don't know. We'll find out. Put our block up. We're going to move our block. We're going to hit B for cancel. I hope it went back in number 1. Well, that didn't work. I forgot to hold B down. Alright. Okay, grab the block. Hold right bumper down, or right mouse click down while selecting number 1. Raise that up above that. Still not going to let me place, so I'm going to hit B to cancel. I'm going to back out of editing mode and select that and place it normally. And we're going to grab this and we're going to drag it over here. And it still did not go in the ground far enough. Okay. I'm going the wrong way. I need to go up. I'm silly. I knew this. I need to go up so that it lowers it in the ground further. Which I thought I was about right there to begin with. Let's move this. Alright, that should work. We're gonna try. And I'm gonna put this up here. Exit out of... Oh, I gotta pick that up first. Okay, it's still in number 1. Okay. So we're gonna go over here and move this. We're gonna hold the right button, mouse button, and click number 1. Okay, it won't let me place it even though I'm clicking. I'm gonna hit B to cancel, back out of editing mode, go over here and select it, place it, drag it. See how there we go. We're getting there. Now it's almost all the way in the ground. Not gonna let me start it. Maybe I need to start the fire before I put it in the ground? I don't know. Okay. Just need to raise this up a little bit more. Right click that grid. Okay, we're gonna try that. Pick up my block. Place the block. Oh, my pet is up there in the block. Alright, now we're gonna go back in here. Move it down, hold the right bumper, click 1. Still won't let me place it, so we're going to hit B to cancel, exit editing, and place it normally. I'm going to turn it on first this time. And then I'm going to move it. Oh, it shut off anyway. I can live with that. That one's pretty good. I like that. So you don't want to grab this because it's going to separate them if you do. So to move it to where you want to grab the block because they're now attached permanently. I don't know where I want this. I mean, if I could place it right here, I would, but I don't think... Oh! I have room to place it right there. This looks funky, but I could move this up a little bit, maybe? I know I'm really close to the edge here. I do need that grid on to show. That was a sweet spot right there. And then I could even move this maybe a little more. And I could figure something out for the box. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. It is a little crowded right here, but, you know. So I will just tidy up this part a little bit and bring this one up a little bit. And we'll work on covering these up. You know, who knows? You could do all kind of things. You could do whatever you want. I am a frog lover and a plushie lover, so, you know, we could just, this for some plushies. Or decorations, you could put plants, you could put lanterns, you could put whatever you want here. And I only have these flowers already grown, so I will plant some other flowers to put in here and cover these up as we go. But, you know, it's pretty simple to cover these things up with flowers. And then they'll never know, right? I don't want to cover my little walkway up there. And it kind of hides your box too. Oh, I'm out of flowers. Anyway, that's our little tutorial for how to sync things. I hope you find it helpful. I looked at several videos on the glitches, and there were a lot of them. I think it was Tiny Dragon that did a butterfly arch out of starred butterflies. I really want to try it, but it's very entailed. So you can check out that tutorial from him if that's something that you find cool. I'm a butterfly lover, so. But it was really hard for me to, there was like 2 videos that I could find on syncing things. I found a lot of glitching where they were like throwing items on walls, a lot of floating, and then of course the one where you can turn the flowers upside down and make a flower ceiling. Those seem pretty popular, but the syncing part was a little bit more difficult to find, first of all, and understand, second of all. So I hope that I've explained it in a little more detail that helps you understand the different methods and How to pick, like, you know, these things that are attached to only the ground are a little harder to work with. So I don't have the little red presents, but somebody had said in one of the tutorials I watched, and I'm sorry I can't point you to their direction because I forgot who it was already. If I go back and find the video, I will post the link to that one in the comments section. But somebody had said that you could use the little red presents from Christmas as on ground only items. I wasn't playing this game at Christmas time, so I don't have those. But if you have those, you might try that as your anchor point for anything that's place on ground only items. But anyway, I hope you have found this helpful. I will have to grow me some new flowers here. And the other thing that I did find helpful from Tiny Dragon was creating, that was a weird sound, creating ponds out of rugs. I was so excited. This is actually a rug. Just changed colors and turned over backwards so that the color is solid. Are my flowers not growing back here? They are. They're just hiding under here. But you could do that with several of the rugs, not all of them. Just makes it look like water. Probably not the best place for it, but these rugs are also really awesome to use as pathways. These elderwood mossy rugs. Very hard to find rugs in in the underground. I still have to fix my house. I still have stuff poking through. I've been working on this. It is nowhere near finished, but we're a work in progress. So if you haven't got the plushie pools, they're adorable. They even fill up with water. You can get those from Tisha's shop if you're watching her shop. The other item, which I don't believe I have one yet, that somebody else said you could use with place on ground items only, was a ladybug plush. No, I don't know. I have not tested that because I don't have that either. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful. And I will go ahead and end my recording and get back to work. Thank you guys. And again, we'll see you soon.